Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Maryellen Vandenbrink. I'm a registered holistic nutritionist, and I was introduced to Neolife over 28 years ago. At the time, I was a concerned mom. My younger son, Dave, who's on the right there with his wife, he was actually 9 years old at the time, and he was suffering from a lot of respiratory issues and asthma. And you know what? I tried everything in health food stores, drug stores. We were eating a healthy diet, and I was pretty frustrated. And then one night we had dinner at a coworker of my husband's, and I couldn't believe how great she looked. She was always tired and sick and run down, and she was like glowing in health. So when I asked her what she was doing, she said, the only thing I'm doing different is I'm taking these products from Neolife. It's been around since 1958, and I'm not sick and tired anymore. And I said, well, you know what I'm doing is not working. Get me some information. And actually, I got my son started. And just to clarify, these products don't treat, diagnose, or cure any disease, but it's amazing what the body can do when it has the right support. And within 6 months, Dave's health completely turned around. My older son started focusing better in school, and I got rid of the migraine headaches that I suffered from my whole life. So I got pretty excited because, just like sharing a good book or a good restaurant, I just started sharing with friends and family because so many people I knew had, were tired or run down or had so, and I'm sure you're going to think of people tonight that when we talk and share some of the stories of people who have these issues, and Neolife can definitely help support this. So when you look at diet, you are what you eat, right? The reality is 75% of all chronic diseases are preventable. This was a quote from the US Surgeon General. So what's the keys to optimal health? We have to have a good diet, right? And we're going to talk a lot about what we need to have in our diet tonight. Weight management, very important, because it's when you're overweight, you have more oxidative stress, you have more, pressure on your joints. And then we got to move our bodies. Physical activity is so important. And when you think about it, it's not complicated, but these are the three keys that we definitely need to incorporate in our life. And in 2019, the Canadian Food Guide was upgraded, which I was very happy about. And as you can see, half of your plate now should be all those dark colored fruits and vegetables: carrots, red bell peppers, peaches, apricots. In fact, we're supposed to be eating like 8 to 13 servings of those dark colored fruits and vegetables every single day. And we're going to talk a lot about how we can help fill those gaps later. And we need to eat good quality protein. We need to eat whole grains. And that's one area that I thought I was good in, but I didn't understand with processing. We're not really getting that either. And we're going to explain that as well. And you want to make water your drink of choice, because why? Everything in your body depends on water. You can't absorb nutrients, you can't eliminate waste. Even your brain's 75% water. So drinking good quality filtered water on a daily basis is so important. And now I'd like to introduce Nana St. Germain, because I want you to share with us what we aren't eating and what's killing us according to that Lancet study.
Well, you know what, Maryellen, I mean, when I looked at Neolife over 30 years ago, that's where I first learned about the importance of eating these whole grains. And I thought I was eating healthy. I was working as a police officer right downtown Toronto. I was under a lot of stress. I ate healthy, I exercised, but I really struggled with some health challenges. In my teenage years and into my 20s, I suffered with severe allergies, immune system issues. I was using antihistamines pretty much year round, and I just really struggled with fatigue. And when I heard about Neolife and they talked about the importance of these grain oils helping with fatigue and energy, I was curious. And this Lancet study recently that was published talks about, what we're not eating is killing us: the whole grains, fruits, nuts, seeds, omega-3, and low vegetables. And this is a worldwide study. And again, this is now, and this is something that, I learned over 30 years ago. So we need to find a way to get these whole grains back into our diet again. Our grains are no longer whole. They mill our grains, they process our grains, so our foods have a longer shelf life. An example is our breads, right? 2 weeks, whereas they used to grind that whole grain and whole wheat and make the flour and make the breads, and the breads only had a day shelf life. Now, how long do our breads and our grain products last? Like our breads last weeks, our cereals last years, and our pasta lasts forever. So they no longer contain those essential nutrients that we need for energy and healing. And this is what we're going to talk a little bit about, because we call it the great grain robbery. I mean, it's all about mass production, longer shelf life. So when they mill out these critical nutrients, they remove the outer bran, the germ, the oils, So what's left? You're left with this white flour starchy product with a protein like gluten. So it's very, very difficult for our bodies to utilize these nutrients properly because they're missing the key nutrients. And we're going to talk about this. So Neolife really supports the chain of life. When you look at this, you need vitamins and minerals and enzymes and carbohydrates and protein every day with these lipids and sterols. When you look at that link, if one of those links are missing, it's very weak. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a history on how Tran was developed from Neolife, what it is, and how it works and who needs it. This is the first product that I started taking over 30 years ago that made a huge difference in my hormones. And what they found was in the 40s, doctors were getting complaints from people that were saying, I'm tired. They didn't have a fix for them. They didn't know what to do. They couldn't help them. The study was done over 3 years, and they took 1,400 people before they actually found the clue. They found their immune systems were failing, their adrenal glands were weak. They were lacking some key nutrients that were removed from the wheat. And they tried 76 different supplements. Nothing worked until they added the grain oils called Tran grain concentrate. And this is what they proved that helped us support the adrenals. And I had adrenal gland exhaustion, especially working shift work. I really, really struggled. And by supporting my adrenals with these grain oils, huge difference. So these lipids and sterols, they were added, and that's the missing link. Wally and his wife and Donald Pickett developed and founded Neolife back in 1958 based on that study. One product called Tran grain concentrate. It helped with hormone production. The patients that were in the hospital were feeling better after they took these oils. Degenerative diseases gave way and they had energy. And that's what I was so grateful. All of a sudden I had energy, mental clarity. And Fred and Jeannie Aldridge, they are the first couple that bought that first bottle back in 1958. And I met Jeannie. I was so fortunate that I met her at one of my first conventions, and I've known her for over 20 years, I guess. And I have to say, she was crippled with rheumatoid arthritis. And when I heard her story on how Fred helped her with this product, and again, as Maryellen stated, it doesn't cure anything, but when you give the body the proper nutrients for the cells to work properly, it's amazing how you just start your cells repair and rebuild, and that's what we're going to focus on tonight. So Tran, these oils help your cells, nutrients in, waste out, helps with adrenal glands. They are the building blocks for all your hormones. We have amazing stories and testimonials on PMS and menopause and just general hormonal balance. Again, better self-energy. And this is how your cells work. They need these grain oils in order to have your cells working properly. So we're going to talk a little bit more about cell function. But there's only 2 ways to get these oils into your body. When I looked at the grains and how much you'd have to eat, over 550 calories to make one Tran grain concentrate, okay? So one Tran only has 8.3 calories. So just a great way to get these grain oils by supplementing what's missing in your diet. And that's all we're doing, helping you fill the gap, the nutritional gap. There's other companies out there that will give you some of these oils from other things like the African potato, but Neolife, they have always had this philosophy of staying within the human food chain. Okay, so they extract their oils from organically grown non-GMO whole wheat rice and soybeans. And I have to share with you that my mom 30 years ago was taking supplements and they didn't help. She was struggling with fibromyalgia, aches and pains. But when we were introduced to Neolife, that's when her health turned around. So Maryellen, can you maybe explain why sometimes, we're not getting the results that we're looking for when we're buying stuff off the shelf?
Yeah, that's so true, Donna, because even when I took my holistic nutrition course, there's so many different products. And, everyone says theirs is the best, but what do you really look for in a supplement? Well, a lot of people say to me, well, if it's not in a store, it's not safe. But it was interesting because researchers found that from 2007 to 2016, there were 776 products marketed as dietary supplements. But what did they have? Ingredients that were unsafe or unstudied. So just because it's in a store does not mean it's safe. There's actually a criteria you should look for in a supplement. And as I mentioned, when I was introduced to Neolife, I was so impressed the fact that they'd never had a dietary recall, been around since 1958. They have a pharmaceutical license for manufacturing. They're in over 50 countries around the world, and they meet or exceed the standards of all those countries. And the whole philosophy is based in nature and backed by science. They're not just isolates. I see so many products where they just have isolates. They're not based on a whole food concept. So that's what makes this so different. And sorry, and so when people ask me, what do I look for in a supplement? The first thing you want to know is, what is this product made from? Just because it's natural, it can be anything from the ground: petroleum, pine bark, fungus, coal tar. You know, those shiny vitamins, a lot of times that's coal tar that makes them shiny. Where Neolife has gone to what we are missing in our diets with that study that you talked about, Nada, about the whole grains, the fruits and vegetables, the wild salmon. We're not missing pine bark in our diet. We don't eat that on a daily basis, right? And all the ingredients are GMO free, and they're all tested right from the seed stock to make sure that the products are actually balanced. And one thing that impressed me was you could be 100% sure of what's on that label is in the bottle and nothing else. But they go one step further. They even test to make sure what's in the bottle gets into the body. And that's because of the scientific advisory board that was founded by Dr. Arthur First, one of the top toxicologists in the world. He was actually the co-founder of oral chemotherapy. And when he's doing his research in cancer, he found nutrients in food that prevent disease. So that's why he joined up with Neolife in the 1970s. And he set up our prestigious scientific advisory board of world-renowned scientists and researchers, not just a good-looking doctor who endorses the product. A lot of our products take decades to come to market, and they won't just do hype products. They'll do products that fill human needs. And they're all independently tested and published in prestigious peer-reviewed scientific journals, like the American College of Nutrition, the New England Journal of Medicine, and the actual product is tested. I see a lot of products and, they'll say, oh, raspberries are proven to be powerful antioxidants, and this product has a raspberry in it. But it doesn't mean that they've actually tested the product to prove that it will boost immunity, which is so, so important. And Nada, would you like to share with us how we can fill those gaps with our ProVital?
So that's the key, is filling those nutritional gaps. When we talk about the grain oils, the fruits and veggies, the fish, this is a great multivitamin pack that has a little bit of all those key nutrients to help us fill those nutritional gaps in our diet. And the first grain oil or the first capsule that's in that I'm going to talk about is that Tran grain concentrate. And these are the essential lipids that we talked about earlier, less gluten than a bowl of gluten-free cereal, developed from a hospital research study. And it was proven to help our cells work better and just have more energy. So this is one of the key nutrients. And Neolife is the world leader in cellular energy with Tran. They proved that this will help the cell membrane work better. Nutrients go in and waste goes out. The Tran are the building blocks for cell membrane structure, brain and nerve function, and hormones. So adding these grain oils, your cells that look on the left are tired and sluggish, and then they start to work better. And Texas A&M University, they proved by supplementing with this product, Tran, your cells will absorb 50% more of the nutrients from your diet. And that's how we have a lot of people that say, I eat really healthy. Why do I still feel tired and sluggish? Or why don't I sleep properly? I have to say that once people start taking this product, the difference is incredible. They really start to notice a difference. So the other area that we're struggling is the fruits and veggies. Fruits and vegetables play such a big role in aging, slowing aging, cancer prevention, immune function. It's 9 to 13 servings a day. It's hard. Our kids today tend to eat more sugary foods, processed foods, and they think French fries are a vegetable, right? So you really got to look at those dark colors, the reds, the blues, the purples, the greens. It's really, really difficult to eat that many servings of fruits and vegetables. So this is a product that really helped me with my allergies. I really struggled, had a very poor immune system. My colds would linger for weeks. My gosh, I can't remember the last time I had a cold, and it's been 30 years. So it's incredible how this product helps to boost your immune system, proven to boost your immune system 37% in 20 days, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, and presented at the New York Academy of Sciences. So one of these capsules, just one that's in this pack, It's equivalent to consuming 80 pounds of raw fruits and vegetables in every box, okay? And tomatoes and carrots and peppers and spinach and apricots and peaches, all those fruits and veggies that Maryellen talked about that were, part of that Canadian food guide, where half of your plate should be that, right? So the carotenoids protect you from oxidizing, okay? When you breathe in oxygen, you're resting from the inside out, or this protects your cells, okay? So it's really, really important, and again, helps to slow the aging process. So this is really important. Then there's our omega-3s. Maryellen, I know this is one of your favorites. For me, it made a huge difference with my joints and knee pain, and my mom with her arthritis. And I work out quite regularly, and I could not do the kinds of workout in my mid-50s without this product. If you can maybe explain a little bit about the Neolife difference in the salmon oil, because I know this has had an impact as well in your health.
Now, this was definitely the product that made a huge impact with my migraines. And migraines, of course, are triggered from inflammation where, that blood vessel swells up. And I didn't think there was anything I could do because my dad had them, my brother had them. It's very genetic in our family. But when I got introduced to Neolife and started hearing, people sharing, I thought, well, I'm going to give it a try. And it did take time. It probably, my migraines got further and further apart. It took almost a year to get rid of them completely, but I haven't had a migraine in like 27 years. So it's totally amazing. But they're not just good for headaches, they're good for heart health, right? Your inflammatory balance. So many people think it's normal to feel achy and sore elbows and shoulders, and brain and central nervous function, behavior, health, and learning for our kids. So, so important. For your immune health and healing, even your hair will be healthier. Actually, I had a client just call me today, and I started her on the salmon oil with the breakfast pack. And she's like, I can't believe my hair was falling out, and I can see it's getting thicker already. Maintaining flexible joints, and of course, cognitive health and aging. We definitely want to be there when we get there. So what's the difference in salmon oils? There's a lot. You can find them anywhere, right? But a lot of the products just use anything fishy. They use sort of like, not like with Neolife, they use the same meat that you'd get in a restaurant, like the actual fillet of the fish, where a lot of companies will use kind of anything fishy, or they use a lot of algae are very, very common. But the problem with that is you're not getting the complete omega-3. With Neolife, you get the family of all 8 parts. Most products I see maybe have 2, maybe 3, if they're a little bit better, like EPA and DHA, and sometimes DPA, but they never have all 8. And when you eat a piece of fish, you eat all 8 because they're in there for a reason, right? And it's also tested for 200 different contaminants with allowability of 0. So you're not going to get the mercury, the lead, all the toxins. Again, most companies maybe test for 5. So it's a big difference. And they're proven in clinical trials to reduce inflammation by 68% in 8 weeks. And this is huge. And this is what you want omega-3s to do, is reduce that inflammation. So the fact that this is clinically tested and published to do that is phenomenal. And here was a study. It also reduced triglycerides by 17%. That's a big risk factor for heart disease, and improved that omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. So again, this was just taking 3 capsules a day in 8 weeks in regular people's lifestyles. And what's really impressed me was the fact that the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists featured the Neolife salmon oil in their magazine, because the fact that all 8 parts, it was so pure, and it was proven to reduce inflammation. And why is it so important for pregnant women? Well, number one, it helps prevent postpartum depression after you have the baby, because when you give birth, you lose all your omega-3s. And secondly, it helps the scholastic achievement of the baby. The baby's brain needs it. So it's so, so important. And when you look at what inflammation does in the body, lung disease, cancer, heart, Alzheimer's, neurological, arthritis, autoimmune, and diabetes, we do not want inflammation in our bodies. And what can produce it? Stress, eating a bad diet, all sorts of ingesting toxins, all sorts of things cause inflammation in the body. So we need to keep that inflammatory factor down for sure. And then the 4th tablet in the little pack is our essential vitamin and mineral complex. And this has 21 micronutrients, because vitamins are cofactors. They work with nutrients. And oftentimes we are missing them. But you know what? If you just go buy a multi from the health food store or drugstore, you might just get vitamins and minerals, but you don't get the grain oils, you don't get the fish, the omega-3s, and you also don't get the fruits and vegetables. So this is like a Cadillac of multi. And so you think about it, if you get one box and you take that for 30 days, at the end of the 30 days, you've ingested the equivalent of 12 pounds of whole grains, 80 pounds of raw fruits and veggies, and 10 servings of omega-3 fish in every single box. And what are the results? Incredible energy, anti-aging, flexible joints, heart health, immune strength, healthy brain function, clear vision, antioxidant protection, and lifelong cellular health. So there's so many benefits. And I know when people start, they say to me, oh, I don't know if it's all in my head. I'm starting to feel more energy. Like I've had a lot of even really young women who said, I wake up tired, I go to bed tired, I tell my doctor and there's nothing he can do. And they start on this product and within 3 to 4 weeks, they start to notice that their energy increases. So it's so, so powerful. And it's so important for our kids too, especially what they've gone through in the last 2 years. A lot of kids are hyper, they've been through virtual school, they're under a lot of stress. And what happens when you're under stress? You produce a lot of cortisol, right? Well, the omega-3s help reduce the cortisol from stress. So they're wonderful for kids. They feed their brain. Because how many kids will eat 3 servings of wild fish every single week? Like it's pretty dicey to get them to do that. And then you pair it with our Liquivite, which is a baby vitamin. And what makes it different? It has those lipids and phytosterols that Nana talked about, which are so unique, and it feeds their cells. And then when they get a little older, they can chew the VitaSquares and the VitaGuard. So this is the program that my four granddaughters have been on, and not one of them's ever been on an antibiotic. They're so healthy. And that's a big passion of mine, to keep our kids healthy. And Nana, would you like to share how we can have a healthy start to our energy-filled day by adding our Neolife Shake to our Pro Vitality?
Yeah, and again, my kids are now 21 and 23 now. My goodness, this is a product that they started their morning every single morning. And they still do today. I'm so grateful they make their own protein shakes because they know how they feel without it. Because most people and most kids start their morning, with a sugary breakfast, bagels, a lot of carbohydrates, and for adults, a lot of coffee. I found that there was something missing, especially working shift work, and protein is key for so many things, to maintain your weight, for blood sugar control, energy. It's just a great way to start your morning. And this product has been a lifesaver. I've been drinking it every day for 30 years. It tastes amazing, comes in vanilla, chocolate, and creamy berry. Everybody has a favorite, but it's perfect for the whole family and even babies, little kids. My kids were, babies with a sippy cup drinking this with their breakfast. But what's really important and very different about the Neolife Shake, it has all 22 amino acids for building and repairing healthy tissue, muscles, but it also does a lot of other things in the body. It's not just for muscle building. It helps with digestion because it makes enzymes, helps to fight infection and disease. Again, building the immune system, regulating your hormones, collagen in your skin. A lot of people think by ingesting collagen, it's not something that's part of the human food chain. Whereas if you have a complete protein in your diet every day, your body makes collagen naturally. And regulating blood sugar is so important as well. So yeah, that's what this protein shake will do for you. And it's all natural, and all 22 amino acids. It's easy to digest, has a high protein digestible amino acid score, 18 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, again, glycemic control response, vitamins and minerals, and whole food antioxidants. So fabulous for diabetics, pre-diabetics, just helps to balance and regulate the body. Nothing artificial. I know, Maryellen, these are your grandkids. They've been also on the protein shake since they were little. No preservatives, right? So that's why, there's no fear of giving them to your kids, okay? There's nothing artificial in this product and no GMO ingredients as well. So such a safe product for everybody. It tastes so good. Now also, if you want to shrink, if you've got some belly fat or even struggling with your weight, it is also a meal replacement. We've had great success with people losing weight on this program, but it's a healthy, I like to call it a weight management program because it's not just using shakes. It's the right food combinations, mini meals in between, a healthy dinner at the end of the day. Again, getting your blood sugar in that glycemic control zone. And we'll send you a list of the mini meals, different ideas of what you could be snacking on in between other protein shakes, just to keep that fat burning going all day. So again, it gets that blood sugar in the glycemic control zone, great for weight loss and or diabetics, prevents fat storage and promotes fat burning. But the energy is just incredible. So this is one of my favorites, again, drinking it for so many years now. So it was clinically proven to help with weight loss, reduce body fat reduction, lowers your BMI, which is your body mass, which we all want, but very important for your heart. Okay, helping with good cholesterol and improves the HDL to LDL. So such an amazing product. I mean, I think this is when I would love to have Wen come on and share her story on how these products have impacted her life. Wen, welcome. You have to unmute yourself.
Thank you. Thank you, Nada. My name is Wen Bogues, and I'm a retired nurse practitioner with a 50-year career in nursing. I was first introduced to Neolife about 35 years ago by my good friend Lynn. My mantra has always been, I am a stand for health. It seems like all my life, I've exercised, ate as healthy as I thought possible, and filled in the gaps in my nutrition with supplements, Neolife supplements. Friends labeled me adventure woman because I went north to Nunavut to work in a health clinic and be on call after hours. It was a wonderful experience, but oh my, it took its toll on my energy and eventually my health. I put it down to the long hours working in the north, irregular off time to exercise routinely, severe cold and constant indoor living. I was fatigued, struggling with weight gain, but muscle loss. I was depleted. The solution was actually pretty easy, something I'd been fighting, having a Neolife Shake every morning. We know it's a great meal replacement, and for me, the extra protein helped maintain muscle, strength, and that increased energy that I needed. I live in the South now, and even in my senior years, I'm building more muscle, doing a great, free to anyone, not just Neolife members, NeoFit Bodyworks program on Zoom every morning, 5 days a week. And which is, as we're told often, that half hour is just 2% of my day, feels like a lot longer. So I'm still a stand for health. Neo shakes and fun exercise have made it easy. Thank you.
That's awesome, Lynn. And I know I've seen your muscles when we were there for your birthday. So it was great to see you in action, working out and doing those weights. And anyways, I want to be like you when I grow up. So thank you for sharing. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Go to the next slide. There we go. Oh, and also, again, human clinical trials as well. They were published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, which is really important. Maryellen talked about those third-party studies and some of the literature that have been published. So this is really important. But I'm going to have Maryellen share one of her customers has a powerful story with weight loss and how it's been spread through her whole family.
Yeah, one of my customers, her sister Gabby, she was only 30 years old, and her husband had complications with diabetes and passed away at 40 and left her with a 4-month-old, 8 and a 10-year-old. So Gabby decided she wanted to take charge of her health. And so in August of 2016, she got on our weight management program and lost 34 pounds by November. But the great thing is, look at Gabby today. She's still, fit. She's a great role model for her kids. And then she helped her mom, who lost 20 pounds in 5 months with her breakfast pack. And the nice thing was, working with her doctor, she was also able to get off her meds for diabetes, cholesterol, and reflux. And it also helped her arthritis and joint pain, because when you lose weight, it takes a lot of pressure off of your joints. And our biggest loser is Carlos. Carlos has lost 251 pounds in 26 months. And when I met Carlos, I said, Carlos, a lot of people are really nervous about losing so much weight because they get so saggy and have to have surgery. He said, I lost the fat, but I did not lose the muscle. And that's because this is a complete 22 amino acid shake. So He's had great results, been able to get off a lot of his medication, and he's been healthy for years now. So a lot of people find that they're looking for a detox, but they don't want a real complicated one. So this 3-day detox is so easy because, number one, it removes toxins from the body. If you have toxins, the body will encapsulate them in fat. You cannot lose weight. It's great for your immune system. It's a good jump start for a weight loss program, or if you're in the program and you do plateau once in a while, it kind of gives it a kick. It's also good for premature aging, increases energy. And like I mentioned, you eat a lot of food. For the first 2 days, you can eat all the fruits and vegetables you want, except for bananas and potatoes. And then on day 3, you introduce the protein shake and you feel so light, amazing. And men lose faster. I admit they lose sometimes between, 8 and 12 pounds, where women lose between probably about 4 and 8 pounds. So of course we never lose as quick, which is so unfair. But anyways, you still lose and you feel great when you do it for sure. And we also, for people who don't want dairy or soy, we do have a vegan protein, which tastes amazing. Like so many vegan proteins out there are so disgusting and they're only made for pea protein, where this is complete. It has multiple sources of plant-based protein. It has 18 grams and it's biologically complete, which I have never seen another vegan protein with that either. 21 amino acids, 2 grams of the branched chain amino acids, less than a gram of sugar, phytodigestive enzymes, 24 vitamins and minerals, and it's GMO and gluten-free. So it's a great product. And also has 24 vitamins and minerals to support your bones, your vision, your skin, your hair, everything in your body. So the foundation of we say in Neolife is our breakfast pack. That's where you have the Pro Vitality and the shake. But if you are looking for other supplements for other reasons, you can ask the person who introduced you. But we do have great products for, like let's say digestive health, people with, heartburn or bloating or constipation, or there's great, I know Nada, you love the products for joints, right? What's your favorite product for your joints?
So that full motion there that you can see in the middle of the screen, for me and my mom, I mean, my mom's in her 70s now, mid 70s, and she had a lot of pain in her fingers, toes, and it would take an hour for her to open up her fingers. So this full motion product just helped her, I would say, age gracefully. And it's really helping me stay more active with my workouts. And it's really made a huge, huge impact. And yeah, it's one of my favorites as well. Thank you.
And with me, I take a little bit extra salmon oil with my Pro Vitality for my headaches. And the CalMeg is great for people looking for a food-based calcium, because a lot of the calciums out there are not made from food. And we have a heart program. So depending on what you need, and a product that's very popular right now is our vitamin D, because especially it plays a big role in immunity. It's good for our bones or joints, for even how we feel. And in Canada, like, let's be realistic, we do not get sunshine all year round. And even when it is summer, we're not likely to be sitting out 20 minutes in a bathing suit, that's for sure, every single day. So Natalie, would you like to share how people can get started on these products?
So Maryellen, we talked about that breakfast pack, right? That's usually the best place to start. And when people become a member, they join our wellness club and it's free. And as soon as they join, they automatically get a 15% discount. To get wholesale, which is a 25% on the breakfast pack, all they have to do is go on auto ship, which is a monthly delivered, because that is a month supply. Whether they just go on the Vitality pack or that breakfast pack, it's a month supply. Also, when they go on auto ship, they get all their shipping back in 6 months, which my customers love getting their shipping back. There's also a referral program, whereas if you refer 3 people to that pack, yours is free every single month. So amazing referral program. My customers love getting their products for free, which is pretty exciting. There's also a group on Facebook. It's the Neolife Healthy Living Community. There's over 8,000 members in this group. And this is where you can read more stories and testimonials on people sharing their health transformation. Just an amazing area where you can just kind of check out some of the powerful stories. Then there's one more option. If you are someone really enjoys helping others, this was me. Like I said, when I started using the products 30 years ago, I wasn't looking for a business opportunity. I was looking for better health for my family, for myself. But then I got really excited about sharing. And then I realized that I wanted to build something for my future where I could leave my job and have that financial stability. And I just didn't want the shift work anymore. I was done with shift work. I wanted time freedom. So I was excited to build the business. So if you'd like to know more about that piece, we're going to pause the presentation, open up to questions first for the product piece. And then for those of you that'd like to stick around and learn just a little bit more about the business, we're going to do a 5-minute presentation at the very end if you would like to join us back again. But I do want to thank you for joining us tonight. I want to thank Maryellen for sharing her expertise, and thank you, Wen, for sharing your story as well. So we're going to pause the presentation, and if you have any questions on how to join or how to get a hold of these products, we're here to help you every step of the way. So thank you so much. So just a very brief introduction to the business. I just want to share with you that, the foundation is the product. Okay, that to me was number one. I had no intention of leaving my police career. That's not why I joined the business. I wanted a tax break. So that was kind of one thing that brought me to the business opportunity. Once I saw how amazing the products were and I could share it with my family and my friends, I thought, a little part-time business, have a tax savings at the end of the year. But the further I looked at the company, about their mission and wanting to make the world a healthier and happier place, and how they were founded in 1958. So they're going to be 63 years old this year. And what was really kind of interesting is, the 50 countries, that did not intrigue me at first. I thought, I'll just start with my family, my friends, and people that I know, not realizing that I was going to build an international business, because I have people here that knew people in France and Trinidad and the Philippines, and oh my gosh, and Sadie's on tonight from Jamaica. We have built an international business by word of mouth. So this is something that's really exciting. So if you're looking at building an international business, the support is incredible. You don't even have to know people in those countries. It just happens. So it's kind of cool. Integrity. This is really important for me, staying within the human food chain. People are number one. The company's always has our back. Like, it's incredible the support that we have. Products that work. That was something that was important for me, especially if you're going to start to build a business. You want to make sure that the products are going to deliver what they're supposed to deliver, right? And equal opportunity for all, no matter your age, your gender, your experience. Maryellen was a nutritionist when she started this business. She was working for as a law clerk, right? So it was later that she decided to become a nutritionist. But what's really nice is you don't have to have that education. Neolife has scientists and doctors and practitioners that help us and teach us as we grow and as we build our business. So again, long range vision. This was important for me because if I was going to leave my police career, I want to make sure that this was something that would continue on and I could pass my business down to my kids. Okay, so it's definitely an asset. So very exciting. And you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So as you can see tonight, we work together as a team. We help each other. We support each other. We had a business training just before this call at 7 o'clock. And so we get together quite regularly to help build our business and guide you in that direction. The company supplies you with everything, an app, your free website, all the ordering is done online or over the phone directly with the company. They supply all the tools, literature, sales aids, everything is done for you. So really, it's really a no-brainer, a very, very simple business. It's just a matter of sharing and learning as you build your business. So it's really, really easy. So you use a product, you share the product and the opportunity, and personal development. I couldn't do this presentation 30 years ago. My upline did it for me. So we work together as a team. We teach you, we help you. And as you grow and as you learn, these are the habits that you will develop, and very easy and very simple to share as you grow and build your business. Very simple. I'm not going to go into all the details of how the money is made, but just to give you an overview, if you simply refer 3 club members, so 3 of your customers, and you help them get their pack free, okay? And you help 3 promoters, so business people do the same. This is a model where you can start generating over $1,000 a month part-time. And again, when I first saw this, I didn't understand. I was just sharing and people were sharing. And then when that got to a level, I was like, oh, wow, okay, I could do this. But we help you do this. We help you explain these products to your members and your promoters and you as you build your business. And then This is when it gets really exciting. This is when I was able to leave my police career. When you start to develop other leaders like yourself, you can start earning a six-figure income. Okay, so if that's something that you're interested in, then just ask the person that invited you and we can guide you in that direction. Now, where can you start a business? For as little as $98 for Canada and $75 in the US. And the company gives you a free bottle of that tran and grain concentrate that we talked about, those grain oils. They give it to you in your business kit. Okay, the same benefits as a club member. You can still get your products for free by referring your customers. Then you can start making an extra 500, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 or more. So that's one way of generating income. And then we also have an incentive. This is for people that are really wanting to build fast and grow a business where they're generating income quicker. We call it a first order bonus. This is when you purchase an inventory of 250 points, and we can explain all that to you when you want to take a deeper look at this. It's around $800 investment, but let me tell you, it includes products that you can try. You can try the cleaners, the skincare, some other products like the vitamin D and vitamin C and zinc and other things. So this is just towards your first order. It's just a one-time investment. And this is where it unlocks you to generate income quicker on the people that you get started. So again, this is an option. You can just start for the 98 bucks or take a more serious look at making a small investment. So again, under $1,000, you can start an incredible business. The online training and support is there for you 100%, especially now with Zoom. When I started, we didn't have any of this stuff happening. We had to actually get together in person, but now we can reach out to more people and all the training is done from the comfort of your home. If you want to know more about the business, there's a great group on Facebook again called The Ideal Business. This is where you're going to hear stories and testimonials of people sharing their business journey and their business story. Maryellen is on there, Joan is on there, some of my team is on there. People from all over North America share how they built their business. And we've got police officers on there, we've got teachers, we've got stay-at-home moms, we have fitness trainers, we have businessmen on there. So several different people in different walks of life sharing their journey. So if you're just looking at how to build a business, just reach out to us and we're here to help you every step of the way. So I want to thank you so much for joining us. And if you have any questions, we'll stick around and answer any business questions that you might have. So thank you so much.